Okay, so I'm going to attempt the best I can to describe layers to you in layman's terms. Basically, layers, if you can imagine, oh, say layers of a cake, um, and this will be very helpful for you moving forward. Basically, imagine that your top layer that you're working on is that top layer of frosting, that top layer of cake. Now, you can't get to the deeper levels, or rather, you can't see what's happening on the bottom layer through the top, because the top is basically opaque and that's all you see. Now with Photoshop you have the ability to change the opacity or rearrange layers, so basically you can see beneath that top layer. So what I've done here is just kind of created a simple imagery for you so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Over here is the layers panel, okay, and so clearly you see, let me delete that, I'm sorry about that. Over here you see layer 1, 2, and 3. Layer 1 is clearly this blue rectangle marked layer 1. Now if I say there's a feature on the layer panel where you can hide a layer with this little eyeball feature. If I hide this top layer, I'm immediately going to see what's right underneath that layer 2. So watch this. Ta-da! So I have just hidden layer 1 so I can see what's directly beneath it. Okay, so just to give you another perspective of what's going on here, I'm going to use the move tool to kind of move layer 1 around within the canvas on top of the other layers. So watch what's going on here. So I'm moving layer 1 and now I can slowly see layer 2. And so imagine moving that top layer of cake around, but now I see what's underneath layer 2. It's also like shuffling cards or shuffling like sheets of paper. So just imagine that. Okay, so that's layer 1. Now what if I want to go even deeper and see layer 3? Well, I can hide these top 2 and voila, now I see layer 3. And better still, I can even rearrange these as needed, so I can move layer 3 to the top if I so choose. So now that's the top layer of cake, and you can just play around with these, move them around as you need to. You can change the opacity of layers, so say for example this is 100%, that's as opaque as it can get. I want to make it a little bit lighter, or a little bit more clear rather, so I can see through it. And you see it slowly starts to disappear to the point where I see layer 2, or I can blend it back up to see layer 1. So there's a lot of neat tricks you can do with this, but I just want you to understand the basic concept of layers, because that is going to be fundamental in Photoshop, period. Like, you need to understand this.